Yo, NBA playoffs are here, and these play-in games look like a great way to start turning some profit. I also have a good pick to share with you in baseball, so let's ball on the Sportsbook.
This is a bad man. This is what bad men do.
From the field. Oh, Durant!
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in and welcome back. I'm Sports Dave, one of the ambassadors to the BettorOff community, and I document all of my picks on the BettorOff app, and then I broadcast my picks to the world on this YouTube channel. If you would like to stay tuned for future videos, subscribe and tap that bell. BettorOff is an app that lets you shop for the best odds for all of your best bets. It offers odds, spreads, totals, and prop bets from over a dozen sportsbooks. We have an army of developers working around the clock to make an app dedicated to helping sports bettors be better bettors. If you'd like to join the community, start by downloading the app for free. We're going to kick things off right now with a couple basketball picks, but before we get started, please help a brother out and hit that like button. The Cleveland Cavs head to the Barclays Center to take on the Nets. Winner's going to lock in a number 7 seed, loser's going to have to play the winner of the Hornets Hawks game on Friday. The spread originally opened at Brooklyn minus 7.5, but it's crept up to 8.5 with Wynn Bet. The total started at 230.5, but it's now at 228 with Faduel. Be sure to shop for the best odds on BettorOff as we get closer to tip-off. These teams just played each other this past Friday. The Nets won by 11 points and even covered the spread, which doesn't happen very often in the Barclays Center this year. Brooklyn was a league worst 10-31 against the spread this year when playing at home. The Cavs are the young upstart that exceeded expectations this year. You could even say that they're kind of playing with house money in that regard. They have one of the youngest rosters in the league, and they get to try and prove themselves against some of the biggest name superstars in Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. The fact these teams just played a couple days ago leads me to think that the strategy for the defensive adjustments that need to be made goes in the favor of the Cavs. They're more the defensive team. So, I'm taking the 8.5 points with Cleveland, and from everything I've seen, this appears to be an unpopular pick, which makes me kind of like it even more now. Next, the Los Angeles Clippers travel to the Twin Cities to take on the T-Wolves. Minnesota opened as a 2.5 point favorite, but that number was at 3.5 when I last checked on PointsBet. The total started at 231, but it's now at 229.5 with PointsBet. I expect this game to be very active all the way up to tip-off. Make sure to shop for the best numbers based on what you like on this game. These teams met up 4 times in the regular season this year, and the Clippers won the first 3 games by healthy margins. And then the T-Wolves won the last game also by a healthy margin. To only look at those results is a skewed perspective because the Clippers won those first 3 games way back in November, and the T-Wolves won their last game back in January. These are different teams now. Back in January, Minnesota didn't have Karl Anthony Towns, and the Clippers still didn't have Paul George back in the mix. This go round, both teams appear to be a bit healthier. Now comparing starting lineups, Minnesota has the younger, more talented players. The Clippers have more depth, and they also have more playoff experience. I think this game is going to come down to the wire, and the depth and experience is going to be the difference. I took the Clippers on the money line at plus 135. For some late night action on the diamond, the Padres will be taking on the San Francisco Giants, and San Diego will be sending Yu Darvish to the bump to start this game. San Fran is sending Alex Cobb. DraftKings has the Padres favored at minus 120, and the Giants are getting even money. The total appears to be holding steady at 8 with most books. Of course, all lines are subject to change. Best way to find the best odds are on BettorOff. The San Francisco Giants are out to prove that last season wasn't just some fluke. They surprised everyone last year when they conquered the West and had the most wins in the MLB. To be quite honest, just looking back at that roster from 2021, I'm still scratching my head on how they won that many games. And those are the teams that are the scariest in my opinion because they're like the Tampa Bay Rays, they just find ways to win. The Padres on the other hand were pretty much the opposite in a lot of ways. They had some lofty expectations and fell well short of them in 2021. Their biggest offseason acquisition had to be manager Bob Melvin, who they bestowed as the leader of this mission. I lean towards the Padres winning this game, but because it's my hometown team, I try to stay away from any bias on these. I don't really see this being a glaring advantage. I think the odds are fair. However, I do think that this is going to be a low-scoring affair, and I like this game to stay under. Giants ballpark is definitely a pitcher's park, and the forecast says that the weather's going to be under 60 degrees for this game. Home runs should be difficult to come by, unless the pitchers are serving up meatballs. Either way, I'll take my chances with these guys on the mound. I got my number at 8 from Caesars Sportsbook. There will be more NBA playoffs and Major League Baseball picks coming up very soon, so if you'd like to catch future content, subscribe, and very important, tap the bell. Most videos are uploaded the same day the games are happening. Please show your support for the channel and the BettorOff community by tapping that like button and sharing this video with someone. Until next time, best of luck banging on the books.